Hi, thanks for visiting worklawyer.ca. For most employers, it's a common policy or practice to require an employee to provide medical documentation when that employee is unable to work for an extended period of time due to illness or injury. There is, however, a delicate balance that the employer must strike between obtaining the appropriate amount of information needed to implement an accommodation properly, while at the same time respecting that employee's right to privacy, particularly when it comes to that employee's medical information. So the question becomes, what is the right amount of medical documentation or the kind of medical documentation that an employer can request of an employee who is sick or injured? Recently, the Ontario Human Rights Commission released its policy paper on the scope of medical documentation that an employer ought to be able to request from an employee when a disability-related accommodation is requested. In its policy paper, the Commission provides guidance to employers and employees on the scope of medical documentation or information that can be reasonably sought to support an accommodation. The documentation should set out 5 things. First, that the employee has a disability. Second, that there are certain limitations or needs related to the disability. Third, whether the employee can perform the essential duties or responsibilities of the job with or without accommodation. Fourth, the type of accommodation that may be needed to allow the employee to fulfill those essential duties or requirements of the job. And fifth, regular updates about when the employee can be expected to return back to work if that employee is on a sick leave. An employer does not have the right to the employee's confidential medical information. This includes the cause of the disability, its symptoms, or its treatment, unless the complexity of the employee's disability requires more information in order to develop and implement an appropriate accommodation. I hope you find this information helpful. For more information on this and other employment-related and civil litigation-related topics, please visit worklawyer.ca. Thanks for watching.